we are live. I always feel like I want to sing the Muppet Show song every time I go live. I need like an intro. Yeah. Kids today don't know about the Muppet Show and how awesome that was. But I remember waking up and the Muppet Show would be on, and it was this weird variety show with Jim Henson's Muppets. Jim Henson was a weirdo, man. He was a very creative and cool guy. He struck me as a little strange, but the guy loved Muppets. And what was crazy about the Muppet Show in its heyday, I promise we're going to talk about PR, but I'm just kind of having random memories, so bear with me. It's Monday. What was crazy about the Muppet Show was that it was a variety show with pop culture infused. And so if the Muppet Show was going on early 80s, like 81, you would have elements of pop culture infused in an episode. Right, Susie? And Margarita. So you're watching the Muppet Show, and it's like Kermit and Miss Piggy and Beaker and like all the Muppets and the Swedish Chef and all this shit. And they're having little skits and songs and shit. But then like they would have an episode where freaking Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker would burst through the wall with C-3PO and R2-D2 in a Star Wars crossover. And you're just like, holy shit. Luke Skywalker is on the Muppet Show, and you can find it on YouTube. It's one of the coolest things ever. But the Muppet Show was always something that I really enjoyed as a kid, and I wish we had more shows like that would just be able to infuse pop culture and be creative and teach kids fun things about life and how to have friends and all that shit. I need a Muppet Show for adults for sure, so I can learn how to have friends. All right. Bear with me. I'm taking my morning vitamins. How was your weekend? Did you guys do anything fun? I'm going to tell you about my Saturday. And then yesterday, I didn't leave the house. I just cleaned a lot, and I was kind of recovering from Saturday. And yesterday, I went out. I hadn't drank in a couple days. I took like 5 days off from drinking pretty much. And yesterday I had some dark beers and a little bit of vodka, and I played video games for a while, and it was glorious. I just sat on my couch and played Xbox and just got a little drunk, and I ended the night watching Return of the Jedi, which was great. I haven't seen that in a long time. And fun fact about Star Wars in general is that George Lucas grabbed one of the carpenters on the Star Wars set and said, "Hey, can you stand in and read some lines and then take a role?" And it turned out to be Harrison Ford. And so Harrison Ford, as a married father of two, starts doing Star Wars, and he's acting with Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, and she's 19 at the time. And they start having an affair for 3 months. So for like 3 months, 33-year-old married Harrison Ford, father of two, is hooking up with 19-year-old Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia. He said it was intense and passionate and amazing. And then they just went their own ways and just kept going with the movies. But it's just kind of a funny piece of trivia. And weird how things work out. All right. Guess we should talk about some PR stuff. But anyway, hope you guys had an amazing weekend. Before we get started, let's if you don't know me, let me introduce myself. Let me start there. I'm Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. I teach PR and visibility out of San Diego. I help clients go from expert to highly visible industry leader. I help them with press releases, getting on TV, media outreach, business articles, and coverage in my business magazine Shift. And we got Bat Mentor Eugene. Before we get started, let's give a shout out to their sponsor, Mike's Damascus Knives. If you are into the culinary arts, check out mikesdamascusknives.com. Mike hand makes these at his forge in Utah. Okay, he doesn't just like buy a bunch of Chinese or Pakistani imports made from the bumper of an old car. Mike actually crafts these on a forge by hand. He's been on Forged in Fire. He's been in Knife Magazine. He's been on, I got him on the news in Utah, but he has an amazing business. This stuff is all really high quality. So you can find it at mikesdamascusknives.com. He does have everyday carry knives, EDCs, for your everyday, like, you know, slipping on your belt. Kitchen knives and industrial quality knives. This one actually has my Air Force rank on it and my name. And Mike can engrave your personal information on a blade as well if you need to. And all his knives come with a custom sheath that his mom makes. So check it out, mikesdamascusknives.com. Really happy with the quality. These last forever, and they're awesome in the kitchen. As a permanent bachelor that is always cooking, Mike's Damascus is my favorite brand of knife, and I'm really stoked to have them sponsor. Okay, let's get started. So the big news this weekend was the Service and Sacrifice Gala, hosted by Blue Lapis Media of San Diego. It was held at Sequan Casino, and Jim Eagle Outfitters. What's up, dude? Brandon. It was the second version of this. So they did this last year. This is the second annual one. Essentially, it is an award show for veterans in the community, and they handed out awards. In different categories. So Mike Rannigan of Doc's Roofing flew in. He's a Navy corpsman, flew in from Texas. We got dinner. Him and his wife, Rochelle, got dinner with me. And we got a chance to meet. Finally, Mike's a client, and he's releasing a book soon that I published for him. It was an honor to write it, called From Boots to Business. But we gave Mike the Faith-Based Business Leadership Award, which is cool. We brought in Mike Dolbo, who is a veteran that's been pursuing his disability claim for 40 years. I broke his story, got him out of a homeless shelter, helped him to get stabilized with the help of VetCom. Mike has a documentary on YouTube called Saving Mike Dolbo that's worth checking out. It's really good. Right, Victoria? And we gave Mike an award, and then we had the American Legion come through and give a presentation. And then I was actually called to stage to honor one of the awardees as well. That was a little nerve-wracking. I don't like being on stage speaking in front of 300 people. It's terrifying, but I got through it. And overall, it was an incredible night. Just wanted to give a shout out to CEO Brett Davis and Sarah Morga, who worked really hard bringing this event forward. Thank Cody Martinez at Sequan and all the sponsors like VetCom, U.S. Bank, Doc's Roofing, Mike Dolbo. Several organizations came forward, making this an incredible event for all. It was very powerful, and at the end of it, Dan Ball from OAN was there. Guy's a great speaker, and overall, it was. I had an amazing time, and at the end of it, everyone stood up. And we all sang "Proud to Be an American," which was pretty cool. Can't say enough about this event. It's called the Service and Sacrifice Gala. It's going to happen every year. Last year, I was actually one of the awardees, and it was very meaningful. So yeah, if you guys get a chance, check it out when it comes live. You'll hear me posting about it. It's usually around this time of the year. Big ribeye dinner, black tie, red carpet, all the fun things. I've got a video of it on my TikTok if you guys want to check it out. Promo video. It's on my TikTok video list. All right, so that was the big news for the weekend. Let's talk about Shift Magazine real quick. So as you guys know, I have my own business magazine I've had for going on 10 years. Shift Advanced Life Design Magazine. You can read it for free at shiftlifedesign.com. And I teach all kinds of business entrepreneurial stuff, mindset things, success. I've actually started a new series in the magazine called The Portal, where I'm teaching about how to get over your fear of money and how to become more successful by letting go of past traumas. The Portal has been really important to me because, as you guys know, I grew up super poor. My family wasn't always the greatest, and so I had to change a lot of things about the way that I looked at the world in order to be successful, in order to get the mindset to finish my PhD and keep going, become a 25-year veteran, write 15 books, start a magazine, start my own PR agency, all this different shit. But I had to deprogram myself on a lot of things. I had to unlearn a lot of things, and then I had to train myself on a lot of things. So the Portal is my way. Every issue, I release something about the Portal, and I teach you guys something that will help you to ascend and grow. my a combination of mindset and then physical fitness and just moving towards your best self. So really, really hope you guys will check that out, shiftlifedesign.com. Oh, the announcement. Sorry, I'm just thinking about a bunch of stuff right now. And we welcome Jim Burgoon and Rich Kaufman, of course, checking this out. So I made an executive decision this weekend, and it's not anything like super crazy, but we're supposed to do 2 more issues. This is bi-monthly for Shift. We are going to do 1 big double issue to close out the year. And I decided this just because I got a little late on the content and publication. I had a lot of personal things pop up with my family. And as the CEO, I can make executive decisions, and this is going to be one that's going to give me a little more sanity and help with my mental health. I had a lot in the last 12 weeks, honestly, between family stuff. I'm, caregiver of my elderly grandmother who's like 97 and trying to just keep her fed and alive from 13 hours away, which isn't always easy. I was going through some stuff with back taxes with the IRS that got resolved. So that's cool. And then I had some changes in my client lineup. So that affected my income, just all this different shit. Right. So like I said, instead of publishing 2 issues for the end of 2025, I'm just going to publish 1 big double issue. Expect that bad boy to be released November 5th. And I'm going to jam pack this bastard, probably make it about 50, 60 pages, more content, more reviews, more articles. And we will be able to print it. You can always buy printed copies of Shift on the Lulu website. So that's always something that I really enjoy, but you guys can read it and get a free lifetime subscription just by entering your email. And I'll always send out the new copies to your email. If you want to read it, shiftlifedesign.com. But it's been an incredible issue. It's very female friendly as well. I cover both guy and girl entrepreneurs and try and give you guys stories that are fun. This newest issue that we have right now on the website actually has a full summer fashion feature featuring Walla designs. And what's real crazy is I know most of these people in this layout. They came to my birthday party, met all the models. Dawn Sabah did an amazing job. She the company's called Walla. It's Wear Art, Live Art. And she will do a painting and then create a dress matching the painting. It's crazy. So anyway, getting close to the end here. So just want to share a big congratulations to my PR client, Ted Fox. Ted Fox is a mechanic in Texas. And last week we did a big PR campaign for him. Ted got something like 30,000 views on Reddit for an article for an engine he recreated. And on the surface, you're like, well, who gives a shit? It's an engine, right? But he takes a stock Pontiac engine. It's called a 301 from back in the late 70s, 80s, whatever. And by putting in some 3D printed parts and some new composite materials he's created, he tripled the horsepower. The guys in the Reddit room were blown away. But yeah, it took a stock 301, tripled the horsepower. So that's newsworthy if you're in the car industry rebuilding niche. So we did a push for Ted. He got on USA Today. He got in Shreveport Times, KRON, which is like the biggest Bay Area station there is. And that was all paid. So that was non-organic. That was paid coverage, but it's worth it for the searchability. Just to be on USA Today or Shreveport Times, which are both pretty big media outlets. A bunch of ABC and CBS and NBC and Fox affiliates. But the press release campaign was extremely effective. The Reddit campaign was great. And a lot more people are seeing Ted's work. If you guys need help getting more eyes and more visibility on what you're doing, feel free to reach out to me or check it out at GarciaGlobalMedia.com. And we can get your business in front of a lot of people. I give free media consults if you ever have wanted to be on TV or need press releases for your business or your book or your, coaching business or your, if you're selling tactical Beagle vests, whatever your jam is. Feel free to reach out to me, GarciaGlobalMedia.com, and we'll make your visibility and PR dreams come true. All right, that's about all I got. Rob Garcia, the Warrior Strategist. I'll see you next time, and as always, stay famous. Thanks, guys.